From Florida. I promised my wife and kids a trip to Disney World, and under 5 hours ago, I was in Disney World. But it's a pleasure to be here, and it's a pleasure to recognize my parents' law school classmate, the Honorable Denny Chen. My parents, Linda Poon and Kelly Memorial, were both law students at NYU in Columbia, and they knew Denny because, as they describe it, back then there were only 10 Asians in all the law schools in New York City, and so they all knew each other. Danny, you can tell me if that's true or not. It sounds like it was true. My mom likes to say that she studied for the bar with Denny's wife. But one thing that I recognized, having gone to Columbia for law school, was when I ran for head of the Asian Law Students Association. And I remember saying to the students then, you should vote for me because I literally owe my existence to this organization because it's how my parents met. But one thing that also struck me was how far we've come from when there were 10 Asian law students across all of New York City to when I was at Columbia, over 40% of the student body was Asian American. And how much we have gained and how far we have come, but how much more we have, how much farther we have to go, right? And one thing that interested me in law school was how much of our constitutional law canon is driven by cases that we talked about today, driven by cases that deal with people who look like us. You quote, Korematsu, right? These are cases that are very relevant today, right? That were driven by terrible things that were done to people who look like us. And so that's why it's so important that we all come together and acknowledge the importance of Asian Americans in the legal system. And it's so important, like the new president of the Bar Association, Karen Balchin, said, to have a pipeline to ensure that people who look like us, who understand what we prioritize, also have the levers of the law, right, are able to have the training needed to ensure that people like us are able to get the seat at the table we deserve. So thank you so much for letting me speak. I apologize again for being at Disney World until 2 hours ago. Thank you so much for having me.